The following game has been rated T for teen by the ESRB for violence and blood. That means anyone under the age of 13 should not be watching this video. You have been warned.
Greetings and salutations, I am Outlier and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today is of course my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we are returning back to Halo Wars. So the premise of the Halo series is that you generally play as a cybernetically enhanced super soldier known as a Spartan. Specifically, he is called the Master Chief. No, again, I'm fairly certain the Master Chief's name is actually John. But they call him the Master Chief anyway because he's that level badass. And his primary goal, mission, purpose in life is to protect humanity from extinction at the hands of a intergalactic religious order known as the Covenant. Well, technically no, but ever since humanity discovered the Covenant, or the Covenant discovered humanity and tried to wipe them out, that's pretty much what he's been doing almost constantly. And pretty much every game in the series focuses on the Master Chief and another chapter in his fight to save humanity, with a few rare exceptions. This game, Halo Wars, is one of them. Well, that's a good question. Halo Wars is different in quite a few ways, most notably the fact that it's a real-time strategy game compared to pretty much every other game's first-person shooter aspect. Another aspect is that you don't actually play as the Master Chief. There are still Spartans that you can control, but none of them are the main protagonist of the series. Also, the timetable of the game. It takes place at the beginning of the Human Covenant War, as it'll eventually be called, whereas pretty much the rest of the series takes place towards the end of it. Yes, even Halo Reach. While that game does cover the fall of Reach and technically does take place before the first Halo game, it leads directly into the events of the first Halo game, so it's around that same timetable. And for those who haven't seen last episode, the lead scientist, a Dr. Anders aboard the Spirit of Fire, that's the ship we generally operate out of, no, generally about it, it's the ship we actually do operate out of, discovered the Covenant's plot to basically re-engineer a bunch of forerunner combat vessels to use them in the war against humanity, to basically wipe us out, because the weapons of the gods are far more powerful than anything made by mortal hands. Or at least the entities that they see as gods. But moot point, anyway, they found a fleet, they're trying to turn it on, and we have to stop them. And the only way Dr. Anders figured out how to stop them is to basically unplug the faster-than-light drive of the Spirit of Fire, take it from point A to point B, and basically use it to blow up the sun that's inside the planet. Did I mention that in the eyes of the Covenant, the Forerunners are practically gods? Yeah, they managed to put a sun inside of a planet, and even included an entire biosphere inside of a planet. But now we have to blow it up to prevent the weapons that they stockpiled there from falling into the hands of the enemy and wiping out humanity. Because that's apparently a normal day in this universe. But I digress, and last episode we managed to drag the FDL core up a series of switchbacks on top of a very large and very steep hill, and we're in the process of plugging it in. Now all that's left to do is to get out of the planet before it explodes, otherwise we go along with it. And that's pretty much right where I left it off at. And all that's left to say is that this game is of course made by... Thank you again. And that being said, let us begin.
Gentlemen, we're burning sunshine here.
It's active.
Sergeant. Lieutenant? Take care of those elites. He's mine.
That's one way to make certain you can't run around. I do like how the elites brought a bunch of spears to a gunfight. I mean, yes, they're shiny laser spears, but still.
Like the rest of your race, weak and undisciplined. There will be no female to save you this time.
I mean, there are three.
Say that.
I mean, there are three cybernetically enhanced super soldiers just a few yards away.
My face will be the last thing your pathetic eyes ever see.
Or not.
And for the record, I would have kicked your ass the first time if the lady hadn't stopped me.
Sir, it's already overheating. I'll have to separate the core and align them manually when they need to blow.
Son, I have a feeling before this is over, we'll need every last Spartan in the fight. I can do this. Report back to the ship.
Good luck, sir. It's been an honor.
Alright, so we don't need to keep the coffee warm for him, I guess, then. I mean, there's a chance you could make it out. Foreigners did invent teleportation technology.
Captain, the exit passage has been sealed. Our escape is blocked.
Ground teams, find a way to open that portal or we're all dead.
The portal has 6 doors. You'll need to open them in the correct order.
Alright, and I'm guessing they're not labeled 1 through 6.
Based on Anders' observations, the alien technology will only react to human touch. Any other alien life nearby will lock the system.
So basically...
Clear out the area around this interlock.
I can't zoom out further. That's actually annoying.
Where to?
Alright, everybody kill that guy.
You got it. got this interlock released.
The doors have some sort of alien glyphs on them. That may be the key to opening them.
Alright, so everybody's here. We got Covenant all the way over on this side. The alien, or to be fair, the Flood on this side. And Forerunner Sentinels just carving through everything. And then there's this base, which I shall upgrade from a station, so that way that can actually make use of, well, it.
Station upgrade complete.
And there we go. I'll just pop out some turrets, so that way it can actually defend itself. Get a reactor going, so that way we have something of a tech level.
Barracks complete. Turret complete.
Just looking at everything.
Ready.
Alright, so that's been grabbed. I'm guessing we shouldn't be
Complete.
standing on the big energy field that's covering the massive hole in the ground. Alright, so this glyph has this piece
Turret
open
complete.
here. This one has this piece open here. So I'm guessing it goes counterclockwise.
Watch out. Several large Covenant vehicles have been spotted.
So noted. Maybe not.
Supply pad complete. Turret complete.
Just waiting for the base to get built up so I can
Reactor
actually start
complete.
using it. First thing we do is upgrade to heavy supply pads.
Turret complete. Supply pad upgraded.
And upgrade the turrets. I'll have the back tube be missile launchers. Since the Flood seemed to be off of this side, I'll make this one a flame
Forge
mortar.
the cutter. I'm beginning my ascent. Estimate 30 minutes to the detonation site.
Alright, that means we got about 30 minutes to open the
Turret
door or
improved.
we're all dead. So let's start researching
Turret
things
improved.
and
Turret
start making
improved.
units and upgrade to the fortress.
All units.
Going.
Yeah, and it's probably silly to have... Right, so that Scarab shooting something. I'm tempted to try to steal it.
Got it.
RPG researched. Grenadier researched. All units.
I'm on it. You bet.
On the ground. Moving out.
Let's have some Marines just hide in here. Or ODSTs, I should say.
Yes. On the way.
Feeling fine. Easily
I
done.
wonder.
Twin engine researched.
If I just sneak him in through here with the Scarab not paying attention, and the Scarab is in fact paying
I'm on
attention.
it.
Run away.
Sure thing.
Said run away. Alright, so that scarab's going to be a problem.
Warthog, good to go.
Give me an order. On the move.
Where did it go? There it is.
Shoot it up. I'm there. Warthog, roll. Shoots me. On the way.
See what's over here. No, let's not bother with flamethrower units. This is a timed mission, so it's probably... I should probably be focusing on the various things that...
Roger that.
What is this? Produces infinite supply crates. Okay, I'll take that. For supplies.
I'm there.
Anyway, as I was saying, I should probably focus only on the units I'm planning on actually using. Because something tells me I have to clear out the entire surroundings of this thing. Which means killing off every Covenant and every...
Warthog, fired up.
All units.
Ready. On the move.
Flood. Couldn't remember the name. Flood unit on the map.
Hostile targeting. Yes, sir.
Kill that, please.
All units.
Ready to roll. Going.
Fortress
Right.
upgrade complete.
I lost a Warthog. Okay, then. Alright, now that the fortress is up at maximum, just get the vehicle bay and air pad. I mean, max reinforcements are already at 40, so I don't know if everything from the field
All
army
units.
is already has been automatically researched, or just that one.
Warthog, good to go.
I mean, I do have access to pretty much every special artillery capable.
Vehicle depot complete. All units.
Sure thing.
And since the special artillery usually replaces one or the other, okay, let's just upgrade this reactor. And this reactor. And produce a couple tanks, because
Reactor
nothing
improved.
says gratitude than saying tanks.
Reactor improved. Air pad complete.
Sir. Rolling out. Awesome. Rolling.
Everybody this way.
Awesome.
Send some guys out to scout. Look, some more places to get close.
We'll get him.
Alright, with that dead,
Enemy engagement.
release this interlock.
Another interlock is down.
So I don't know what sequence they actually have to be in.
An interlock has been deactivated. We've spotted a large Covenant base west of the portal.
Scorpion ready for combat.
Apparently the forerunners don't like the fact that I'm using their stuff.
Yes.
Oh well.
Enemy engagement.
Let's go
Moving.
grab this.
Sir.
Move the warthogs back. I guess that what means by the fact that humans have to be close by it.
Send us in. Tank on the move.
Alright, so let's just roll the tanks
All
forward.
units.
I'm
In
there.
fact, let's just gather everybody.
Suits me. You got it. On the way.
Let's see what's over here.
All units.
Hitching a ride.
Probably shouldn't do that. I don't really want the locust.
Medic. Research.
Spinning up MAC rounds. MAC firing.
Alright, so clearly the Macs definitely aren't as upgraded as they could be.
Rolling out the carpet. Initial coordinates. Bombs out.
And that's one way to kill a base.
All units.
Got it. I'm there.
Regenerate healing targets. Let's go. Got it.
Can I only unlock this interlock? Yes, I can. So I guess there's no specific order per se. Just that I can't let the Covenanters flood next to them as soon as I unlock them. Right, and these guys are shooting the base even before it managed to get built, so be so kind as to kill them. Thank you.
Firebase ready.
Alright, so let's upgrade this to a station, this station to an actual
All
base.
units.
So again,
Going.
I can use it to defend things. And just get supply pads so that way we can get stuff faster.
Station upgrade complete.
Now, let's actually put a field army instead of a barracks here.
Enemy engagement. All units.
I see it.
Supply pad complete. Base under attack.
I'm on it.
Which one? I got two now.
Turret complete.
Oh, that's a problem.
All units.
He's so kind as to
As
kill
good
this
as
thing.
dead.
Supply pad complete. Turret complete.
Yes?
Alright, you know what? Just steal
Target
that.
acquired. On the move.
A Spartan is down.
I said steal that. You just stand there. Got it.
All units. Field
What else do I
armory
have
complete.
left?
I'm on
Just
it.
2 Spartans.
Forge here. I'm at the access point to the sun. We'll need some time to break through.
Turret complete.
Well, I'm going to need some time to actually do anything, so... Let's upgrade all the Marines to ODSTs.
All units.
Suits me.
Let's pick him back up. And because Spartans don't die, they just go missing.
Complete.
Then we'll just upgrade all of these to heavy supply pads.
More resources required.
As soon as I get the supplies to do so.
All units. Supply pad upgraded.
You got it.
Supply pad upgraded.
Sure thing.
Enemy engagement.
I got him.
Supply pad upgraded. Supply pad complete.
On the move.
Grab these supplies as well. Alright, so it looks like I can only upgrade the Mac Blast.
ODST researched.
I now have access to ODST,
Supply
so
pad upgraded.
I can essentially get almost free infantry. I mean, they do cost 100 apiece, I guess. That is a lot of tanks. You know what? Let's just spring for 2 vultures. Because if they have capital weapons, I should have capital weapons.
All units.
On the way.
Also, only got about half my time left. I'm guessing the Forerunner Sentinels are
Base
keeping
under
the
attack.
flood at bay.
We are detecting movement coming from the east side of the portal. Possible large alien infection.
Alright, let's just upgrade to medium turrets.
All units.
Got it. Target acquired. Going.
Alright, have my vultures been built yet? No. Almost.
Vulture, ready to rock. Yes.
Cool.
Engine
Kill that.
Yes, sir. Full speed.
Stick the vulture over there. Get 3 tanks.
Turret upgraded. All units.
On the move.
We can't healing targets.
Try to repair the turret and the base in general.
Vulture, on station.
Second vulture arrives.
Ready to rock. Going there now. Fueled up. Hell jumpers are in the tube. ODST, 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 hell jumper, ODST, hell jumper, ODST, 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 pot, hell jumpers. Standing
Right.
down.
And now I have 10 ODST
All
units
units.
available. They're probably going to get eaten by the flood sooner rather than later, but, I mean, they're here.
Fueled up and rolling.
Let's re-release that interlock.
Scorpion
Can't
rolling
re-release
out.
this one because there's a scorpion nearby. I mean, not scorpion, scarab nearby.
Ready. We got him.
So let's make it not nearby. Re-release this
Enemy
interlock.
engagement. Mega barrage research.
Where to? Roger. Moving. Regenerate healing targets. Ready to launch. Scorpion, ready to roll. Deliver in the pain.
All units.
Hostile
Alright, I'm
targeted.
losing a vulture. In fact, I just lost 2 vultures.
Send me in.
A Spartan is down.
Easily done.
A Spartan is
down.
Fine.
Mac on target.
Just hit it with the Gauss rifle. Or master rifle, I should say. I think I hit my own tank with
All
that.
units.
And you know what, right now, I don't really care. I want that thing dead.
All units.
I said I want that thing dead. This is gonna be one of those kinds of maps, isn't it?
All units.
I got him.
A Spartan is down. More resources required.
Alright, so everybody's down now. What are you shooting at? Oh. And all the interlocks are closed.
Fortress upgrade complete.
On the ground.
Base under attack.
Moving out. Where to? Vulture, moving up. Target. Take them out. Vulture, inbound. Dropped and ready.
Covenant forces will be at Forge's position in approximately 10 minutes.
Alright, got it.
On station. Roger that. Stay frosty.
Spartan is back.
I'm in the sun. You heard Serena. I'll wait 10 minutes, then detonate the core. That's all the time I can give you.
Spartan is back up.
Yes?
Roger that. We can't let them leave with those ships. Good luck, Sergeant.
Coming around. Vulture.
Get the Vulture out of there before it dies.
Ready.
Can you just kill these things already?
I see it.
Ready to launch. Barrage launch. Spinning up Mac round. Mac firing.
Power turret reset.
I'm ready. Got it.
Pick her back up. Because we do not have time to waste.
Vulture, loaded up. Uh-huh. What needs killing?
Everything, get moving.
Full speed.
This interlock is also closed again. Where did I leave those ODSTs?
Spartan is back up.
Yes, sir.
Get over here.
Here it comes. Initial dropping the herd.
Just, you know, kill that. Or not. Or not.
Hell jumpers,
I wonder.
ODST, hell jumpers, ODST, hell jumpers.
If I just drop the ODSTs around the scarab.
ODST, hell jumpers, standing down. Vulture on the ground. Ready to rock. Rocket in the air.
It's now dead. Apparently I have the option to kill 3 of these things. Right, I'm just gonna leave you guys all here.
Dropped and ready. We're going. Ready to rock. Begin healing targets.
We got 3 interlocks covered. Or not.
On station.
Enemy engagement.
And 8 minutes left. So we gotta go.
Local units.
So we gotta go,
On
and
the
we
way.
gotta go now.
Suits me.
Moving forward. It's 4 interlocks.
Local units.
Too easy. No problem. That's it. The doors are paired. You need to activate both doors of a set to open them.
Oh. So that's out. Wait, did my Spartans fall into...
All units.
Because they were on the door before... Alright, I'm guessing I don't have access to Spartans anymore.
Give me a target. Barrage away. Spinning up Mac on target.
Base under attack. Local units. All units.
Vulture engaging.
Base under attack.
Kill that. Apparently I already did.
Stay frosty. Ready to rock. Yes, sir.
Alright, so fly this vulture directly across. Just put a firebase there just to
Airpad.
cover the area.
Roger that. Coming around.
Send the other 3 vultures around.
Vulture
Or not.
engaging. Target acquired.
Kill these things, because it's about to blow up the firebase.
A base has been destroyed.
Base didn't even get finished being built. That's annoying. Anyway.
Ready.
Vehicle depot complete.
Let's get a Warthog. And rebuild this turret. Just to unlock this. No, interlock's already been unlocked. Okay, cool. Never mind.
Enemy engagement.
What needs killing?
Oh, there's a scarab.
In my sight. Initial coordinate bombing run aborted. Regeneration aborted. Target spotted. Rolling out the initial coordinate. Bombs away.
A base has been destroyed.
Let's have 3 of my vultures. Okay, cool.
Already at maximum population.
Where to? Engines up. Vulture inbound.
Gauss cannon research.
Alright, now I would like to point out, I don't actually have to kill everything, I just gotta get the door open. We get the door open and then we flee.
Enemy engagement.
So if I can just park this vulture
On our
here.
Vulture, on station. Vulture, in the skies.
Open up this interlock.
Target? Yes, sir. We're engaging.
Then have this vulture just kill everything. I can open up this interlock.
Base under attack.
And then the portal is opened. And mission is complete.
Sergeant Forge, all ground forces are evacuating to the Spirit of Fire.
Copy that. Get our people out of here. We're blowing the core.
Alright, so that took almost the entire amount of time. Didn't kill... I mean, I opened the portal, I cleared out enemies near the interlock tower, and I activated the interlock. I didn't kill 3 scarabs because the scarab is almost impossible to kill. I mean, it took it took multiple Mac cannon rounds, several carpet bombs, at least 1, maybe 2 carpet bombings, multiple vultures, and surrounding with 10 ODSTs dropped from the sky just to kill one of them. And I almost killed the second one, but again, I was running out of time. Yeah, best counters are scorpions and cobras. The tank that kept getting killed, and the 1 unit I didn't build. But as I was saying, I was running out of time, and as I said before, I don't need to kill everything. I just need to open up the door, which is what I did. And so we managed to get out, and we managed to escape. Let us continue, because I think this is actually the last mission.
Hangar Bay reports all crews checked in.
Then let's not outstay our welcome. Best speed away.
Captain, the gravity field from the sun is expanding. We're not going anywhere.
Well,
Let's see if we can't turn that to our advantage. Serena, plot a course that takes us into the sun. We're going to slingshot around it.
Threading a needle while accelerating around an exploding star inside a planet that's falling apart? Well, sure. Why not?
Serena, can you do it?
It's done. You might want to hold on to something. Closing eyes might help too.
I mean, it's not the craziest thing we've done in this game. There we go. Right. Hopefully that kills the flood. I doubt it, though. At least that pile of flood.
Captain, I would much rather stay awake to monitor this area.
Professor, there's been no sign of the Covenant for almost 2 weeks. There's nothing to do.
But Captain...
But nothing, Professor. You got us all out of there alive. Get some rest.
Not all of us, Captain. Not all of us.
You know, I was gonna say, I'm surprised they couldn't just, like, you couldn't just set the core for a delayed explosion, then run to a nearby pelican and flee away, but... I mean, let's be honest. He's blowing up a star, so probably couldn't do that. And there we have it. That's the end of Halo Wars. Now what's left is the credits, which, you know, the credits. Anyway, So that's the tale of the Spirit of Fire. How it saved humanity, and humanity doesn't know about it because they're off in the back end of nowhere with no FTL, so they have to travel the old-fashioned way. Using sublight drives, traveling at less than the speed of light, so it should take, well, forever to get anywhere. However, everybody's in cryosleep, so they should be fine, at least until the ship runs out of power, because even nuclear reactors require fuel. But until then, they sleep. I'm sure if they're needed again, they can quickly wake back up and get back up and running and, well, save the day again, because that's what heroes do. But all of that's going to have to be saved until some other time, because I'm going to call it here. Everybody stay safe from the plague, flood included, because even though we blew up a planet of them, they're still out there, and have a good day.